Bienvenue, chers amis. Welcome to an exciting day at JCB Live. We're going to be today cooking something unbelievable that most of us cannot do, but most of us can do. And you may think, what is he saying? I think if you focus, you can eventually do it. We all have eaten it. We all have enjoyed it in so many different ways. So now is the time to unveil the day.
Beautiful, perfect.
What are we going to do?
Today we're going to be making homemade burrata, and we're going to take a step forward. We're going to be, at the same time, we're going to be making mozzarella.
So we're going to explain you the difference of mozzarella to start with, and then we evolve into burrata. This is so fun, so exciting, but to start, we're going to have a little toast. We're going to toast on the LVE Rosé, maybe. You know, I started a little before you. Dear friends, this is the LVE Rosé. So we are in the south of France, as you know, close to Italy. So when we cook this amazing dish, it sounds Italian. Is it really Italian? The French like to claim that they invented pizza. So we never know if they invented mozzarella or burrata. We'll assume it's the Italian. So we're having Provence Rosé LVE, and we're showing you as well an amazing assortment of great rosé we produce. So Provence, of course, digression we've had with our fabulous tacos, and that was really, really cool. This was Grenache Rosé from the south. We do the LV Sparkling, which is unbelievable, comes from all France. Obviously the Fortin Grenache, very different style than digression, and then we'll go to La Jolie. So we have a great tasting ahead. Cheers. Nothing better than the sounds of crystal. And now we're going to start. Let's start with mozzarella, and Rafael, explain everybody how you make mozzarella and everything else, because we want to know it all.
Beautiful. I'm going to show you 3 different ways. We're going to go from 3 different ways to 5 ways, to all the way from start to finish. Please stay with me and let's start it. So for the mozzarella, the way you make it is non-pasteurized milk. You start with 1 gallon of milk with 3 tablespoons of animal rennet, comes from the animal, and then we're gonna put them in a pot with only 3 drops of animal rennet. You don't want to put it, and it's gonna you're gonna bring it out to a simmer slowly, a slow heat, and then after like 10 minutes, you're gonna see it's gonna form a curd.
It helps the coagulation of basically the milk, non-pasteurized milk, thanks to this magical ingredient.
This is the magic ingredient. If you don't have this, you're not gonna be able to make it anyway. So that's that, and a little pinch of salt. Like I say, let it sit, bring it out to simmer at least for 15 minutes. Then it's gonna form a curd on the top. And after that, you should let it cool up on a cheesecloth, which I have here. And then that's it. Then you have your mozzarella ready to go. So from that, I'm gonna show you guys too how to make the burrata. Amazing. That's like, been making this one for a long time. It goes great with grilled peaches, arugula over the summer, and beautiful tomatoes. Obviously.
Because the burrata is a little softer on the inside. It has that creaminess. You know, so we're going to show you the skin on the outside and how it becomes creamy, very gentle on the inside. So imagine a perfect heirloom tomato, a little olive oil from Napa Valley, typically Oakville Grocery is the best, and then basil, and you are in heaven. Rosé from the south of France, and this is romance at its best.
Delicious. You want to taste? I make some already. So this is the mozzarella.
So we need to ask Dylan to come closer, because look at that.
That's the curd.
So explain how long did it take to get to this level after mixing the 3 ingredients?
At least 20 minutes, and then you're good to go.
And you get this beautiful, thick,
delicious,
amazing.
Yeah.
And this is one area of cooking we don't have to be too gentle with salt.
No,
because you want salt
exactly
to it.
So I have a boiling water in here. They're gonna feed it to the mozzarella to make it soft again, and to be able to make the packet for the burrata. So after the burrata, we're gonna start it with
Just, Rafael, this is it. This is
That's it.
mozzarella.
That's mozzarella right there.
So that's done.
That's done.
So I haven't washed my hand in a week, but this is okay because you know we've been knowing each other for a long time. Look at this. So obviously we could have shaped it.
You can shape, yes.
You know, round or in little heart shapes.
Little heart shape, whatever.
I love heart shapes. You know, we've done beignet last week and it was gorgeous and beautiful, and it tastes better when it's the shape of a heart. But that's it. 3 ingredients. You know, a lot of people make a big deal out of mozzarella. The key is your milk, right?
The milk has to be non-pasteurized milk. It's very important. But
Most of the people forget the rennet, which is used in many other way of cooking. And finally, great salt.
yes.
And that's it.
Yep.
Wow. So now,
To make the filling for the burrata it's a very 4 simple ingredients. We're gonna do 2 cups of heavy cream, heavy whipping cream, of course. We're gonna do a pinch of salt.
and I'm going to get another bottle of wine, but at the meantime, Rafael, I think as you're doing it, I'm going to explain our friends the pure difference
Beautiful.
between mozzarella and burrata, because the fresh mozzarella cheese is always semi-soft. You know, Italian cheese made from the cow, the water, buffalo milk. The burrata takes the mozzarella always one step further, and it's the mozzarella we could form as you did or in the pouch, but then filled with soft, stringy curd and cream.
Yes.
And that's the important side of the big difference.
So like I said, for the filling, I got 2 cups of heavy cream with a pinch of salt, with 4 cups of whole milk. I'm gonna put them into the pot. And this is gonna give you at least a pint of ricotta cheese. Basically, that's what the filling is. And then we're gonna do a 3 tablespoons of white distilled vinaigrette.
Oh, what is that?
White distilled vinaigrette.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we made it in the house too, but so 3 tablespoons. Stir it well.
I like when the chef advised only in not ounces and all that complicated way to measure, but just tablespoon or teaspoon or coffee spoon.
And then
Much easier.
Beautiful. And then we're gonna keep it at medium heat for at least, I don't know, 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. And so once again, you're gonna see the milk separating from, you're gonna see like liquid at the bottom, and that's when you know that you got an amazing ricotta cheese, that's the filling too for the burrata. And then after that, you should put them in a cheesecloth, which I have here with a strainer, cheesecloth, and then you just strain the water. It's gonna drain the water.
Well, we're gonna do
And then
that
blend
with
it
our
up.
friends.
Yeah, let's go.
So similar technique as winemaking when you think about it. You know, a little contact with the skin, and here we are. A lot of those wines are made with red wine with white juice, or obviously Grenache has red juice, but it's very exciting how to make rosé. And I think we have here 5 different rosés showing you 5 different colors. And that's the challenge in rosés, to get the deeper, richer, or the lighter, more salmon, more white roses type of colors. So this is always fun because this is celebration, this is excitement, and this is, you know, always a synonymous of the summer. It's spring, it's summer, we want to open a rosé, have great mozzarella and or tomatoes and all the products of the garden, and just enjoy. And I really believe you'll find what you like the most, whether it's Pinot Noir, Rosé, whether it's Grenache. I love them all because they all bring something different. And here, you know, which I love with the LVE, has that richness, that intensity that John really wanted. You know, something harmonious but deep and very reflective. The Grenache Rosé is much more ethereal. It makes me think that you want to be on the Lake of Thau in the Mediterranean, enjoy some oysters and have a great time and just have a glass of wine. I think the digression is in between the two. It has that richness, that intensity. It is Grenache, but still has that lightness. So it is really, really good to have the digression in between. And then obviously whenever you want to go to bubbles, La Jolie, that beautiful salmon color, very light peach, and deeper, richer again for the LVE. So, you know, you could play with all the gamuts of color with rosé, which makes it, again, so entertaining. And we think rosé is one thing, but it's so many different things. It's like the Pantone colors. You can never really match one because there's so many choices. And that's what nature is so giving and good to us. It offers us a kaleidoscope of colors that is phenomenal. And if your eye can decipher it, then your palate can taste it. Because often, specifically rosé, I don't know what you think, but you taste with your eyes. Oh, this one looks very inviting, I'm gonna love it. And you can even, as well, sprinkle it with a little ice in it.
Beautiful.
And it's very lingering. Yeah, it's about time. Ooh, look at this baby. Hey Dylan, I think you want to come closer.
So at this point, I'm just shaping the little
Dylan,
packet.
because it's the shape now.
Now I'm shaping it, the mozzarella, shaping it, creating a little pocket, fold it. Of course, you gotta have I'm doing it with the gloves because the water is boiling hot, and that's the best. That's the way to make it. It has to be boiling salty, like ocean water. It's very important. Now just creating a little pocket in here. And this is the mozzarella, the ricotta filling already, nice and creamy. See that? That's what it's gonna go inside in the burrata. So beautiful. So right here, now we'll do this. You put it with your 2 fingers and put a little pocket in there. Fold it in. Get your spoon, fill it up, and squeeze. And woo! You have a beautiful burrata right there.
That's it?
That's it. That's what it takes.
It's quite amazing.
It's quite amazing. It's easy. And then now, let's make one more so you get it, right? One more.
I think practice makes the meister.
Yeah. See, the water is boiling, and with the gloves, it's gonna help you a lot.
So when we say there's a lot of calories in mozzarella or burrata, not that much. It's really a glass of milk, in a way, when you think about it. It's not that intense.
Nope.
So I think my recommendation always is to manage your diet and to eat everything, to be audaciously curious and try everything you can imagine as long as you don't have too much. The problem always in food is the excess and having 2 plates or 3 plates or a plate which is too big. But you can eat everything as long as you eat it with consideration and the right amount. And I love the burrata when the tomatoes are specifically juicy. Because when you have the tomato mix, and I could tell you've prepared some beautiful little
crostinis, just because we don't have, but this is another great, like an appetizer, before dinner, or if you're making it, might as well go.
So I interrupt you because you put it in the hot water
just
on the
to seal it.
To seal it.
To seal it, yes.
Yeah,
I wanted to seal it, yeah. And now it's beautiful right there. And now the burrata. Now you can just shape mozzarella.
Let's do a mozzarella too, so we'll compare the two.
Right? Fold it.
And you massage it.
You massage it, basically that's what you do, stretching it.
And the more you stretch it, the more palatable it is, the softer it is, right?
Yeah.
Unlike
that?
sauce. God, it looks gorgeous.
Then you have mozzarella ball.
Yeah. Just that and
so let's make one. Should we make one more? Should we make one more burrata?
Of course.
Why not? We're already here.
Let's do it. And on the rosé side, maybe we should try la jolie. Because it would be great.
Pocket, make a little pocket. And fill it up. Boom. That's it. So now I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm done finishing here. So like I said, I want to do something else magical and beautiful with crostini. So I got some homemade French spaghetti that we made, of course, in the house. Little olive oil, salt, and pepper.
So many of our friends were here when we did the bread
And what I'm doing here, I'm throwing, as I'm grilling slowly, I'm throwing a little bit of rosemary in there to infuse the crostini. So at the same time, you have like rosemary, you have a rosemary crostini in there. And so a lot of people, so you don't have to chop it. So it's infusing into the bread.
Which is much better than eating a piece of rosemary, which sticks between your teeth and is painful to take out. The infusion process is always better. What type of...
That's a cast iron. Pan, yeah.
Everybody needs that because we've seen over the various recipes, it's obviously very useful, even for tacos, as we know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So now we're finished, and here we have plate it. Let's plate it. This is the most.
This is the magic.
This is the magic. The magic is finally happening. So for this one, if you want to make a couple crostinis for the family, before dinner, it's really nice. Just cut it. I'm gonna cut my mozzarella, nice strips. Just put it right on top. It's gonna melt because
it's great for amuse-bouche at home.
Yeah.
Because you pass hors d'oeuvre, as we say. It's easy for people to grab. It's easy to bite on. And I think we need to try a little more digression. We've had the LVE. Let's go back on still wine rather than bubbles, right? Rafael.
Beautiful, look at this.
So from LV to digression rosé, and we'll finish with Forton because we are in the south of France, of all places, too.
A couple infusing rosemary grill in there, just for flavor, to give it a nice aromatic.
So we need to tell you we're not having tomato because obviously the season, we just planted the tomatoes a few days ago. So the season is only beginning. So we just want to show you at this time of the year how perfectly it is to just have it with bread.
Yes. So I'm gonna finish with a little bit of kosher salt, sea salt. And Raymond, of course, Raymond olive oil, which I had.
Look at that.
Done. And then for the burrata, this will be great if you have like a beautiful tomatoes grilled.
Well, let's show our friends as well how it looks. Rafael, do you want to cut one in half? Because everybody should see how beautiful the inside of the burrata is. You see, that's what we were talking about, a beautiful skin, and inside that beautiful, gorgeous, creamy. You see, it's cream, makes it very nice. So the skin we captured, and then here it is inside.
Yep. Let's put two in here because I know we're all gonna dive in. Everybody wants to try.
Oh, for sure. All right.
Beautiful.
Can it be nicer?
With a little bit of nice chive oil because we don't have a basil yet, but we have tons of chives in the garden. So I decided to use a chive oil.
Oh, great idea. Cannot wait to try.
And this way you can just do that and poke it in, boom, put them in.
Well, that's a good idea.
When you cut into it, just imagine if you make basil oil, it's already infused with the olive oil.
That's right.
Inside. So
I love the thought. So, Rafael, a toast. This has been a very exciting day. We've made mozzarella and burrata. How long would it take all in?
20 minutes to 30, please.
So let's push it for me an hour because I'm gonna miss once for sure. And look at how great the burrata is. Look at how fabulous the little amuse-bouche are. With digression, with LVE, with rosé in general. To all of you, dear friends, we cannot wait to welcome you soon again for another recipe. Great to see you and enjoy cooking.